Hello students, I am Manisha Raj. I am taking your paper Indian Economic Development since 1947, and today we are going to talk about the topic unemployment. When we talk about this topic, we should make sure that we are aware about the economic condition of the particular country. So when we talk about unemployment in India, we need to see that if in terms of growth and development, unemployment has been the biggest hurdle which has actually not allowed the economy to grow and develop. So according to many economists, there are different strands of unemployment. Basically, unemployment means that when people are looking for a job, when they are searching for a job and they are unable to get the job, or what happens that maybe they are not suitable for the job that is available in the market. Maybe that the people are very well qualified and the country or the economy is unable to provide them with high level of job profiles, or it may be the other way around, that the people who are looking for job are not that qualified. They are just literate people without any technical and vocational knowledge, and the employment opportunities available in the economy are very technical. So in both the cases, what happens, we see that there is persistent unemployment, and Indian economy is a classic case of different kinds of unemployment within the economy. Now, according to Professor Raj Krishna, unemployment can be defined in an Indian economy based on 4 strong parameters. These are, first, the time criteria, second one, the willingness criteria, third one, the productivity criteria, and the fifth one is the income criteria. Fourth one is, the income criteria. Now, what is this time criteria? When you're talking about time criteria, it means that there is a particular phase in the economy when people get job very easily. Maybe the country is in a booming phase, so there are ample opportunities, be it in the industrial area, the services sector, or maybe even the agricultural sector. But there are also at times recessions in the economy. Whenever there is recession, we see a downfall in the employment opportunities within the economy. Now the recent example of this can be Eurozone countries like Greece, even Britain and all. They are facing unemployment rise in the economy. Even US is going through high rates of unemployment within the economy. But if the economy happens to be growing, if the economy is in a booming session, then we have more and more employment opportunities within the economy. Now this is about the time criteria. The second aspect or the second parameter that we need to focus is the willingness criteria. At times people are not ready to work, maybe because they have ample amount of ancestral property, or perhaps they might be lazy at mental. They might have a lazy mental status. So in that case, again, people do not want to work. So whenever you are talking about unemployment, you have to see that whether the person who is looking for a job is interested in working or not. Because at times people might be in the working age group of 14 to 58 or 60 years of age, but they might not be interested in working. So in that case, unemployment will be high. Also, we can talk about this situation or willingness criteria in terms of females in the Indian economy. Many a times in the rural areas, females work at the lower level, but in the general lower middle class families, females are housewives and they are not interested, or they are not rather permitted to do jobs. So in that case, unemployment will be high in the country, because after all, females are a part of the working age population as well as the total population of the nation. So kind of 40 to 50% might end up being unemployed in the economy. Okay, the third criteria, the third parameter which we need to focus is the productivity criteria. Now, unemployment may be high in the economy if the country does not have productive employment opportunities, or the people who are working do not work efficiently. The productivity out of the investment done in the employment sector or the industrial sector should be high. Wherever there is low productivity, there might be problems. So productivity again, helps in ascertaining the employment opportunities, or tells us that where is the lacuna for unemployment available within the economy. The last one is income criteria. It is very much similar to the willingness criteria. Rich people have many members in the family who might not be interested in working. So again, they are falling under the unemployed category. Now, apart from this income, willingness, productivity and time criteria, there are other ways of estimating unemployment within the economy. For example, according to NSSO, that is the National Sample Survey Organization, this is an organization which estimates the records for the population census of the economy, and it finds out data for employment, poverty, per capita income, gross domestic product, and it provides insight to the planning commission, to all the research organizations about the actual database of the Indian economy. So for NSSO, there are different three parameters for estimating the unemployment within the economy. Now these three parameters are, first one is the usual status or chronic unemployment status. This is the case where in an underdeveloped economy, it generally has people who are not into the working age group. Now this is, or they do not, or they are in the working age group and they are not interested in working. So in that case, what happens, that it is a usual status of unemployment, and it is also termed as chronic because people are in the working age group but they are not working actually. So they are actually a deadweight loss to the economy, or they are somebody which is a burden for the economy, because the government has to at least make an effort to provide them with the basic requirements of life like food, clothing and shelter. In the same way, the next aspect of NSSO criteria is the daily status. Daily status means that the government asks the NSSO to conduct a survey, so for a particular range of time, maybe 7 days, 10 days or whatever, and there the government sees that throughout the year how many days people have been working regularly and how many days they have not been working. So it talks about the daily status of the employment opportunities, and it is basically in the unorganized sector, because in the organized sector you cannot have daily status employment and unemployment. Generally people are employed on contract basis of say 6 months, 2 years, or they are on a permanent nature job, so they are within the economic fold of employment opportunities. The next, or the last criteria rather, according to NSSO, is the weekly status. Under the weekly status, the NSSO conducts survey for a week, and there it tries to find out that out of the 7 working days, how many days people have been employed to a maximum number, and for how many days those people have been lying idle. As in, say, this is very much applicable to the agricultural sector. So all these actually helps in estimating the unemployment rate of the economy. Now, if I talk about concluding the unemployment within the economy, it is a chronic problem for the Indian economy, because you have huge growing working age population and there are less number of job opportunities available within the country. Also, if we talk from the post-liberalization phase, then since 1991 to 2011, we were having unemployment rate of somewhere around 9 to 10%, and 2010 recorded the highest rate of unemployment, that is 9.4%. But after 2011, we have seen a declining trend in the unemployment rate, and ample number of employment opportunities have come up, not only in the 3 sectors of the economy but also internally and as well as externally. People have moved out to find out job. They have moved out, they have migrated from their hometowns to the foreign countries, and hence we have seen a declining trend which amounted to 4.9% of unemployment rate in the Indian economy in the year 2014, and this happens to be the most recent data that is available. So we see that though there was unemployment somewhere around 8, 9, 10% in the past 2 decades, it has started declining and we are having more and more employment opportunities. Now, regarding the different types and different programs of employment opportunities, I'll be discussing in my next class. Thank you.